Okay, people, if you're here and ready to go, yes, I'm streaming live on two platforms. So, the question is traditional values. Um, it has occurred to me that today females feel like they should be able to change from their traditional roles, but men should not change from theirs. So, I want to know how everyone else feels about that. Now, I can't see any comments. I'm working on that. Matter of fact, let me try to fix that. So, um, today's modern women want to be modern, but want the men to stay traditional. What I mean by that is they want us to still pay for the first date. They want us to still be strong, masculine men, but not too strong to where they feel like they don't have a say-so. They want us to protect and provide, but they're not doing their part of that equation to make it work out. And I say that to say this, most females don't even know how to cook. They do more eating out than anything else. I think that's cute. We'll say that this is just crazy that men want to do this, but that's just what men are here for. We're here for the provisions that we provide and for the protection that we provide. And I don't feel like, I say feel like, but I don't think that that is a bad thing, especially when you look at what's going on in Ukraine. All the females were allowed to leave, but all the men had to stay put because they had to go fight. So the question is, how come there's nobody saying, wait, it's not fair that it's not fair that all the men have to stay and fight, and all the women can leave the country freely. And I say that's what happens when you have men doing the men work and women doing the female work. So I don't think that it's a problem for us to stay in our roles. It's only became a problem once females are becoming more modern. They're trying to make their own money. They're trying to go to work, career, education, all this good stuff. Now, all that stuff is fine. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying you can still do that and be in your feminine. Now, of course, once they hear that part, they're going to spaz out. But I don't know how to let y'all understand that the deal you guys have is a pretty fair deal. Matter of fact, it's beyond fair. But y'all still find issues with what the men are offering you guys. Yes, so it's definitely something to look into, because I don't feel like, I keep saying that word, I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea to stay in our roles, because we don't want females dying on the battlefield, not one bit. that wouldn't be good for our society as a whole to have females out there, you know, dying in mass. So we tend to do the heavy lifting when it comes to combat. When it comes to anything at all. And I think that's a good thing because I don't see too many females demanding to be put into the draft like men are required to at 18. So it looks to me, from my point of view, that the modern female, now if that's not you, then it's not you. But if it is you, comment and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Wants the benefit of equality, but not any of the negative effects of equality. For instance, if I was with somebody that wanted to be my equal, then we're going to be just that, equals, which means the bill gets split down the middle equally. You want to say so? I'm fine with you having to say so in how stuff happens, how stuff goes. But if you feel like the only way you can get a say so is to be my equal, then okay, I'm for that too. Men in general will give you exactly what you want. You want to be the boss? We'll let you be the boss. You'll be unhappy, but we'll let you be that to figure it out for yourself, because I think some women don't listen very well to hear. They listen to respond. And if they took 10 more seconds to actually listen and hear what is being said and process that information, they will understand that this is not the world they think it is. They think they have a lot of options because they got Facebook and Instagram and Twitch and all this other stuff that they can find men on. They feel like that gives them a different outcome. Yes, the outcome we're looking for is marriage. Now, that's going to be hard to get because a man has to choose you for that. You can't choose him. So that's the issue. Yes, they will entertain you, but that's about it. So if you don't understand how the future is going to look without a man, then you might want to start thinking about that now. Because I know some females feel like they can pull a man forever till they're 80 years old. They can still pull men because they are that fine and they're tens and they're goddesses and queens and all that stuff. Well, I hate to bust your bubble, but everybody can't be a queen. If you want to see how that turns out, you can look at England, where the queen was there for a very long time. And it's only her. No other queens were there, just her. So, and yes, as Patrice O'Neal loved to always say, he believes in the king and the queen system, because the king can take anybody and elevate her up to queen, but the queen can't take a man and elevate him up to king, because then he'll be over her. And that's why Prince Charles remained Prince Charles, her husband, until he died. He was never king. So that's what we are talking about today, our traditional roles. Can we go back to having our traditional roles now that most females are out here in the workplace? Most females are making money. Most females are having their hot girl summers. You know, they're out here just having a good time, not really looking towards the future. So I don't want to take my resources after I've gathered them all up, you know, built myself up to be a success, and then to come along and give it to you when you're all used up and out of control. I would rather take my same resources and give it to somebody else that is in shape, younger, more appreciative, and more compliant to be on my plan. Because there aren't too many men that are on female plans. Because some of y'all will hate that. A few of y'all will do it and still hate it, but you still do it because you want to be right. But personally, if you're out there thinking that men are offering you a bad deal, I say give me the same deal that you're being offered. Right? Let me stay home with the kids. Let me worry about dinner. Let me worry about keeping the house clean. You go ahead out there and become the breadwinner for the family. And I will gladly stay home and do your job. We can reverse the roles. And you can go ahead out there and make 6 figures, and I'll stay home and spend it. I think that is a great, great, great deal. And I want that deal since you guys don't want it yourself. Give it to me so that I can show you exactly how to utilize it. Okay? Because I can do that job, I'm sure. I can spend money like anybody else can spend money, especially if it's not my money. So please, if you're out there and you want to wake me up and make me a stay-at-home dad, please come save me from this. I want to be saved. Okay, so don't be shy. Come out here and save daddy. And then let's see how long that will last. Because I'm pretty sure it will not last too long, okay? It definitely will not last too long when you're out there in the workplace trying to come save daddy. But I will definitely let you. I will let you try if you want to try. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I can't see comments right now. I'm still working on that. So I'm going to need anybody that have comments about this video to comment, subscribe, and tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I'm pretty sure I'm doing a whole lot wrong right now by speaking on this topic in the first place, right? So I don't have a problem with that piece of the pie. So, you know, I talk to my nieces all the time, and they like to tell me that, but uncle, it's not 1932 no more. It's 2023. And I'm like, you know what, you're correct. It is 2023. And I think it's time for men to put down their traditional roles and pick up new modern roles. Because if you meet a woman that says, I take care of myself, I don't need a man, I just want a man. I pay my own bills, I pay for my own car, my own insurance, all that stuff is my own hair, my own nails. I do that all by myself. I don't need no man to take care of me. And I'm going to agree. So if you don't need a man to take care of you, the only thing left for me to do is to pipe you down. So I'm going to pipe you down and go home to my place where I pay my own bills. I pay for my own stuff too. So you can pay for 100% of your stuff over there. Or you can get a man that will pay for a majority of it for you. So I don't think it's a bad deal at all, but I could be wrong. I think the funniest part about all this is black women say they are not submitting to no man. Then they go get a job and submit to their boss. Yes, you heard me right. When you get a job, you are submitting to your boss. You can't tell him what you're going to do. You can't tell him, don't talk to you that way. You can't tell him nothing but, yes, sir, boss. That's really it. So it's funny to me that you would rather submit to a stranger than the person that you love and that loves you. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm messing this all up. So, ladies, if you got a comment, please comment. I will gladly go over it again for anybody that missed it. And it is important that we all get on the same page. Because if you do not want men to become modern like you guys are modern, then you might want to start dialing it back before it's too late. Because I've been hearing a lot of chatter about these so-called passport bros and how they are not the best of the best. Nobody wants them. They're broke. They're dusty. All these negative comments about them. But my question is, if they are men that you don't want, why are you worried about where they go? I think the only reason why you guys are worried about where they go is because some of these men are in your friend zone or have the potential to be left in your friend zone until you turn about 40 and you start scrambling trying to find somebody to take care of you, because it's been hard out there for real. So I don't necessarily think those men should still be there waiting for you. I think those men should move on and do something else with their life. Because why wait around for a maybe when you can get a definite yes? Okay, now I'm not sure how long this stream's been going. Wait, it says, let me see. I don't see a time on there. But I don't know how long the stream been going, but I'm gonna cut it short right here because today is a quick solo show by myself. My co-hosts are not here today with me, so it's just me alone, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on what I see going on currently right now with regards to male-female relations. We really have to stop, take a breath, and analyze what is going on. Because once you get past a certain age, there really is no coming back from that. You're going to be there trying to make the best of anything you have. Because even for me, I had to plan out my career. I had to plan out my education. I had to plan out my business. I couldn't just dance through it and then at the end go, well, I'll figure that out later. No, you can't do that. You're going to have to get it together, get a plan in place, and figure out how you're going to live to the rest of your lives. So, ladies, I encourage you guys to take a look around at all your aunties that are not married. And then ask yourself, why? Were they all hot girls when they were younger like you? Or were they trying to be boss chicks when they were younger? What were they doing to where they're now the so-called fun auntie because she has no children and no man and a job? I definitely want to hear your comments on that. So comment. You can even find me on Facebook right here and let me know what you are thinking. Uh, I, yes, I'm everywhere, so let me know. If you disagree with what I'm saying, let me know that too, and give me your point of view uninterrupted, because I can't interrupt you from typing your response, and I cannot. And I would gladly respond back as short and concise as I can, just so that we can have a dialogue. Because we need to start putting our cards on the table and figuring out how to build this house of cards together. And I know females love to say, I want somebody to build with. But if that was the case, you would pick a guy that is on his way up and build with him to get to where you want to be. But that's not the case now, is it? Because if you're busy in your hot girl summer, how are you building? And most times, females come in at the end of the race and pick the winners. So the question, as Kevin Samuel would say, is what does that man want from you? What are you willing to provide to make sure that he's happy with what you have to offer? That's my only thing. We're not trying to be. I know females love throwing the N-word around, misogyny, but I don't think misogyny apply when it comes time for some real action, i.e. a break in the house. If a man accosts you in the street, you're not going to look at your man and go, oh, you can't be too rough and toxic. You got to be soft and gentle with him. No, you're going to say, break his face. So I don't see how or even why female thinks masculinity is a switch we can turn on and off. It's not. So you got it or you don't. And some of us got more than the average, I guess. So we are going to be a little bit more demanding of our time and our provisions. In this day and age, I don't think any men should date anymore. No more dinners, no more fancy restaurants, no more roses, no more drinks, no nothing. Because females said they got it. They have the money now. So if you have the money now, it's time for you to start spending that money on the man you want. Take him out to dinner every time. Pay every time. Do not let that man reach for his wallet. Okay? Because it's 2023 now, and we are in a new phase, and the old traditional ancient way of submitting to your husband are gone. The old ancient ways of cooking are gone. The old ancient ways of being a stay-at-home mom, a housewife, are gone. So men should evolve as well, and we should all become city boys so that we can catch up to the females out here. So if females are looking for men to become more like them, I think they are going to be very, very, very disappointed in the outcome. But anyway, if you're out there, because I'm probably just talking to myself right about now. Comment, subscribe, or just let me know. I'm going to make sure that I get out the word for the YouTube channel that I have been doing for a while, but we're going to revamp and make it a little bit better so that we can get some better guests on. We're going to start getting our followings up, so we're going to post other information in the link, and you can join our Facebook. And if you are in the Atlanta, Georgia area, you are invited to come out live and be a part of the conversation or be a part of the audience live. So we're going to give out all that information as soon as we can, and hopefully everybody that's interested in having a dialogue about sex, music, health, family, relationships, all that good stuff, come on out, have a few drinks with us, and tell us your story. Let's see how that goes. All right, so this is it. I'm going to close out now and just say, I think we need to get back to our traditional roles as men and women so that we can last. Now, as you notice, I didn't throw out any stats and figures because females rarely listen to facts and figures. So, why waste your time in even showing them? But there was a time when black men and black females were married at the highest rate in the country. I think it's time to get back to that. And we need to bring shame back. Well, that's my time, and hopefully somebody is listening and hearing and commenting. Till next time, peace.